Here are five ways you can make more money with your photography. Welcome to White House Studios and my Business of Photography channel. My name is Rosh. This video is about 5 ways in which you can make more money with your photography. As a photographer, we always have to be on the lookout for more ways to stretch the dollar and make more money from our photography. So just going to an assignment, photographing a wedding or a senior or an event, there needs to be more than that. You need to think about the different ways in which you can maximize the income that you have coming in. One thing I discovered years ago is that I was making 6 times more money on my reprints and resale of my photographs after the assignment was complete. There are a number of ways to approach reselling your photographs, but before you can do that, there are 2 things that you need to make sure you do. And one is not to give away your copyright. Make sure you're keeping your copyright, because if you are giving away or selling your copyright to someone else, then you don't have the right to reuse or resell those images anymore. So that's number 1. Next, or number 2, is to make sure you always have a model release with you. You never know when the opportunity to create images that could sell over and over and over again may be in front of you. And if you don't have a model release of the people that might be in the images, especially if they're distinguishable, you can't resell those images, because you can't sell other people's faces without their permission. It doesn't matter what you're photographing. It could be a wedding, a senior, an interior, food. Make sure you have model releases. Maybe there's a great image with a hand in your photograph related to food, or maybe someone walking through a room. You never know. Even if you're not planning on photographing people, be sure you have model releases or even property releases, which will allow you to resell those photographs in the future. If you are really creative, you will find opportunities to resell your photographs. Even if you're photographing a bride at her wedding, who made the dress? If you create a wonderful image of that bride in that dress, maybe there's an opportunity to sell that photograph to the dressmaker, or maybe the fabric company or the store which they purchased the dress. There are many opportunities. I would often photograph interiors and architecture, and I would find out who created the cabinets, who built the new bathroom. It doesn't matter what you're photographing, there are multiple parties involved in the creation of that product, that scene, the event. And quite often, there's also opportunities to resell those photographs. The next way you can make money with your photography is to sell your copyright, not give it away. Now, I don't recommend you sell or give away your copyright, but sometimes people are requesting it. And if you're wondering if your copyright has value, at the end of this video, I have another video for you answering that question. But in most cases, I think probably in all cases, the answer is yes. Your copyright has value. Now, how much should you sell it for? That depends, and that other video will help you with that problem. But quite often, it's 100% of your original fee. Another way to make more money from our photography is to mark up our expenses. And I know many of us just pass through our expenses to the client. However, there is good reason to mark up those expenses. And I know some of us have a little bit of trouble justifying that markup. You feel like maybe you're cheating the client, and you don't want to do that. You want to be transparent. But here's the thing. There is actually money and time and effort involved in hiring that assistant. And you should be compensated for that time and effort. So it's okay to mark up the expenses of the things that you are bringing to the table as it relates to creating your images. Another way to make more money is to offer a few more services around your photography that you're involved with, such as scouting locations. You can actually be the scout for that location. Charge a little bit of a fee for your time and effort. But there are many different items that you can be involved with that you could charge a fee for as it relates to creating images. Now, sometimes you will be the photographer, and maybe sometimes you're not the photographer. You're just offering a service to your client that they know you're going to do a good job for. The next opportunity to make more money with your photography is one that a lot of photographers forget about. It's the opportunity to charge for your time and effort in post-production. A lot of photographers think, well, the client only sees me photographing and I can only charge for that time. But you have to be upfront. There is more time. If you have 10 hours of photography, there may be 10 hours or more of post-production, and the client needs to know that. They're not going to know that through osmosis. So you have to let them know that you are charging for that, or that time is included in your photography rate. The thing is, you can charge a specific fee for editing. Maybe the client just wants you to edit down the images to the best 10. You can charge an hourly rate for that. Maybe there's a specific process that you do and are well known for, but you can charge a specific fee because that will take additional time. Or maybe there's a standard post-production rate that you charge all of your clients. Whatever the case, you should be charging money for your time and effort. So be sure you incorporate the cost of your time and effort after the assignment. Are you wondering if your copyright has value? Well, here's that video that I promised.